Hello again, my business networking friends in commerce and my students on the AI Super Campus. Have you ever heard the saying, nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care? Well, I'm a big believer in that. So if you are starving for attention, it's probably because nobody cares about you because they don't know yet about how much you care. So that's what this podcast is all about, is interviewing the person behind the course on the free Great Discovery platform courses, like Dr. Sky Houston, a longtime friend of mine. And I want to share with you who this man is, who the man behind the cryptocurrency course on the Great Discovery really is, so that you can understand the depth of his experience, his wisdom, his caring, his sharing, and all of the things that he is involved in. So he and I had a great conversation on the phone, which I recorded, and that makes it perfect for podcast listening to really help you to understand how we summarize things with voice memos. So this is kind of a voice memo from me to you, all about the man behind the course about Bitcoin on the Great Discovery, and you will find the link right below this video. And then if you need any help getting onto the Great Discovery to tap into the great discoveries of people like Dr. Sky and the Great Discovery and all of the great free courses and world-class coaches that are there, please just reach out to me, Mike at ETB Global Media, and I'll be happy to share with you how to get in where you fit in, learn more about it, and how to learn more about info kits. So if you're not a course creator, don't want to produce a book or an ebook, but you're a realtor or a financial planner like some of my friends, I want to teach you all about info kits and how I've used info kits for decades to help my clients sell hundreds of millions of dollars worth of products and services. These are things that this is just my experience, my wisdom. You can make an awful lot of mistakes, but you can also avoid an awful lot of mistakes. So I want to keep this short and sweet. I want to get right to an introduction of a phone call I had with my friend, Dr. Sky Houston, who is a security, an online security expert and a cryptocurrency and Bitcoin expert. So let's get right into the interview so you can learn more about the man behind the course and understand how much he cares about helping you. I'm recording, so always great to talk to you.
Always great to talk to you. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I recorded an amazing call with ChatGPT. I just shared it with a friend, and it kind of blew him away. So I just got off a course recording meeting, and yeah, it's all good.
If you interviewed me, like example, our last deep conversation, right? Two visionaries, two alpha males, we would have that interview with all of the other content, all of the other, maximum value documents as one course under the Mike Hayes or AI, content umbrella, and it's not under Mike Hayes, it would be under AI. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think this is part of the what you were saying to Greg about, and that you texted that to him. I think is this kind of
Yes.
the same concept? Okay, I kind of got that
Yes,
idea, and then
it is.
I think I have a vision for what I would like the streaming channel to be about. my
Yes.
my streaming channel, I've got an idea that I got hit right between the eyes with the other day that has really opened my eyes to how to use networking at food banks to help them sort food and do business networking at the same time to solve the problem that local in-person networking events have faced of finding a facility and solving the problems of solving world hunger at the same time. So I created AI Food for Thought and AI Nourish and Network at food banks, and that's the channel that I want to create, is to connect people who are networking at food banks as a channel, all about networking and bringing in the power of our individual entrepreneurial businesses into the power of solving world hunger at food centers and helping them sort food and network at the same time. I did it the other day with a group and it blew my mind.
Right, right, right. Exactly, exactly. That, once again, we're on the same wavelength. We're just taking it in different branches of the same tree.
Right. And that's what's important, I think, is to have a tree with multiple branches.
Exactly, exactly. So the big idea, and this is what I've been part of professionally for years and years and years in the information technology space, is consolidating, optimizing, and efficiency. Instead of having all of us individuals, right,
Yes,
be a
yes, yes,
content
yes.
creator, we can have that as an option if we choose to, but to leverage the existing tax deductions, the tax rules, the tax laws, the corporate taxes, sir, literally vanished during the last Trump presidency. Right, that's the big picture. Corporations, LLCs, all of the business organization uh, companies of all sizes, they profited, they saved money, they saved time, all because of Trump administration regulations the last time. And here we are again, right? Preparing for maximizing productivity, having a corporate umbrella, possibly shifting these individual content creators, right, which can only go so far in terms of their reach, to having an AI content creator LLC.
Okay, the reason I paused when you said that is because I was actually thinking about it and thinking it through. So
Yes,
when
of course.
when you said the word consolidation, that to me is the bullseye, is bringing it all together into a
Yes,
consolidation. That is, I use kind of street terms, if you will. I talk about creating the bullseye, and I think I really, for me, created the bullseye of what I want to achieve. But on an enterprise speak, that would be consolidation into, a tight core center. And everybody, we don't have time. We need a division of labor. With you out there looking at the things that interest you and fascinate you, and me looking at the things that fascinate me, and then we consolidate them into the best of all worlds for everybody.
yes, yes. This is a total rethink. We talked about brain rot.
Yeah,
The biggest way, and it's been on the news, right? Once again, you're a visionary, sir. Now CNN, Fox News, BBC, Yahoo, all of these, mass media now, months after you mentioned it initially from Oxford, now they're telling the mass media about brain rot.
yeah, exactly. And let me share with you. I use ChatGPT that I told you about. I just want you to. Can you hear a minute of this? Let me share this with you.
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
listen to a minute of this, and then we can chat about it. What I want to do is I want to help business networkers to network locally and learn AI globally with business networking AI. Can you hear it, Sky?
Yes, yes, sir, I
Okay,
can.
here it is. Really help them to understand all of the great benefits of AI and how it can help their local business networking activities. Can you explain how AI and Chat GPT can help business networkers to better tell their story?
Absolutely. AI and ChatGPT can help business networkers in several ways. Firstly, AI can quickly analyze large amounts of data to spot trends and insights that might not be immediately obvious. This can help networkers identify potential business opportunities or partners in their local area. Secondly, ChatGPT can assist in crafting compelling and personalized messages, whether for introductions, follow-up, or marketing. Generate ideas for engaging content, presentations, or pitches, helping networkers tell their story more effectively. By using these tools, business networkers can enhance their local networking efforts and stay ahead in the global AI landscape.
Now, people are afraid that if they use. Okay, well, you get the idea. So this was a call. Now, I did have to edit it because her responses were not that fast that you just heard. So I had to take out the pauses. But I got a free 15-minute call. I only get one per month. I don't know what the paid update is, but I'm sure it's not that expensive for the value of what this can bring to the table is just amazing. And what we talked about with Copilot of doing a Zoom meeting like this with you and me, talking to Copilot and helping Copilot help clarify and bring up other things that maybe we haven't even thought about the consolidation of how we can really all come together for AI, the future of you and all of us together, and how we can really go and grow together.
Yes, and that is the key. Is together, right? A team together, everyone achieves more. That is absolutely going to be a wonderful foray into this 2025 new president's administration going forward.
Yeah, and we need people that can interpret and summarize for us because we can't all learn everything. We need somebody that can help capture those things and boil it down from a fire hose into small drinking bottles that we can carry with us, like a drinking bottle of water that you buy at 7-Eleven, to carry it with you on a little walk and sip out of it and nourish and get. But we can't be overwhelmed. We need guys like you and me that are experienced and veterans to help take it in, bottle it, I guess is a good way to put it, and so that you can, use it at your own speed and without being overwhelmed. And so it doesn't really help you. We've got to capture it, control it, put it on the store shelf, and let you pick and choose. Do you want tea? Do you want Coke? Do you want Pepsi? What do you want to choose out of the store that you want to nourish and network and drink in and stop the brain rot because you are taking in valuable information, not nothingness that is just using up your brain power and causing brain rot syndrome.
Correct. And part of that brain rot is tied and connected to what we're talking about in terms of consolidating and working together as a team instead of just an individual. Why? Because we all have skill sets that are different. We all have different sources and sets of knowledge, as well as it increases our bandwidth. So going from an individual of Mike Hayes, content creator, Scotty Houston, content creator, Greg Sanders, etc., content creator, we bring it all together. And I've already seen an alphabetical order under the Great Discovery that content creators, right, when we view them alphabetical, at the top of the list is, I forget its name, but it's a content creator agency, right? They're doing the exact same thing, and I've spent a lot of time in the Great Discovery. Why? We have a strategy, we have a goal, and going into 2025, we should be going at it as a whole, as a team, as a collective.
Yeah,
Very important.
One idea that I have, Sky, is visualize this. I have the idea of putting more social into social media. And here's my vision
Yes.
for doing it is having watch parties. So in other words, think of this, that instead of an individual walking down the street with their phone as an individual, isolated social media, they are isolating themselves with social media. They go out to dinner with a group of friends, they pull out their phones, they isolate themselves. They don't talk about what they're looking at. I see that happening at home with my wife, I'll be honest with you. Pulling out her phone, playing a game or doing something isolated, even in our living room. Well, the opposite of that is when we share the experience of social media together in a watch party, and then we watch Sky's newest course or 1 minute story, and then we can comment on it in a group. We are actually bringing more social interaction into social media and sharing it and talking about it and being nourished by it together rather than being isolated by it and not sharing it, and that is causing brain rot. We want to cure brain rot by talking about brain rot, talking about brain health and brain growth with truly social media.
Yes, because there's been multiple studies by the foremost institutions, including our world of academia, because you and I have been there, done that. You know, with Oxford, I've worked with Harvard, I've worked with Yale, several others, Cambridge. But the point is they are determining that at the current rate of the social media first world, everyone is becoming more isolated.
Yeah, and alone and depressed
Yes,
and concerned
yes,
and not knowing how to
yes,
solve problems. And you know what
yes.
the cure is, and I believe that humanity has used networking almost from the dawn of humanity. I believe personally that those drawings in the caves that they found of buffalo and those drawings, that was early networking. I believe that tribes would come together and share where's the food, where are the dangerous tribes, where can we hunt, where's water. And so they would direct each other with those drawings on cave, the earliest communication. So when people are confused or worried, that they tend to go to networking events to find out, well, where's everybody else at with this? I'm not feeling good about this. I'm concerned. I need comforting in a group, and I want to feel more secure in what is this group thinking and what is this group doing. Well, when we have individual masterminds like yourself who can look at, cybersecurity if you're concerned about that or whatever your concerns are, the key forever, I believe, has been in networking. And that is what we are able to bring together to solve the confusion over AI and even world hunger, and really how we individuals can work together to change the entire world with business networking AI and the future of you and us together with a networking mindset of nourish and network with sorting food and people at food rescue centers and growing our businesses at the same time.
Yes, absolutely, because there has to be a concerted, meaning a group think focus of logistics. We have the budgetary concerns. We have the empathy, right, in terms of the vision, the mission statement, the human angle in terms of, being compassionate. Here in Florida, we went through two back-to-back hurricanes, and we still have hundreds of thousands of people with literally their pool and their pool house upside down.
Well, one of the things that I think you and I are passionate about is this. I've been in media for decades. I love media, but I love nothing more than money making media and new money media. Now, you are passionate about new money, cryptocurrency, etc. And this is one of the things that we also want to help people to focus on and understand and break down. And it could be new money investments into areas of AI or into crypto.
Yes, January will be 15 years for me as a crypto holder. I purchased my first Bitcoin in 2010 when I was in Tokyo, Japan, and it was literally hovering around the $5 mark of Bitcoin. But today, it's all about knowledge. I don't want to get into price. I don't want to get into anything else until anyone who has ears to listen and eyes to see understands what the technology is behind this crypto, behind the use case, behind the application, behind the utility before they buy anything. That is so essential. And one of the reasons why is we have so many social media influencers who do not have your best interests at heart. They get paid to bring eyeballs to their YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever social media channel or group or club. That's it, with no care or intentions of helping or even educating you. That is essential. That one person should never get involved with anything way outside of crypto, digital assets, but that just happens to be my expertise until they know what it is. They can explain it to the grandma or grandpa next door, right? Someone who's brought up in a non-digital culture, a non-IT, AI, chat GPT world, right? Of the 1900s especially, if they can't explain something on a napkin to their neighbor or to their grandma or their grandpa or any other seniors, right, that did not live in this device AI computer world first that we're in, then they have no reason, no being of even buying anything. Zero. It starts with knowledge, education, and being able to grasp something, Mike, and everyone. You have to grasp it. That is essential and rule number one of crypto or any other digital assets.
I would add one more word to what you said, and that is experience, knowledge, and wisdom. Now, in those years, what you have accumulated through good things and bad things in the world of crypto is wisdom. And that's what younger people do not have, or even really appreciate, or haven't really quite put that into perspective. That knowledge is cheap because you can get it online. It may be good knowledge, it may be bad knowledge, but it doesn't have wisdom, and that takes experience. It's like the difference between a young sapling that blows around in the wind versus an oak tree with thick branches and deep roots. And that's what wisdom is all about. And that's what you have earned in these years of working in crypto that other people can't bring to the table.
Yes, that is absolutely correct. One example, Mike, let's go back to, the in-person, local community. Every week, I sit down with crypto millionaires, right? That's the name of our LLC. So last week, we had a banker and represented, this one happened to be JP Morgan and Chase, right? He's been a retired vice president, still has his ears to the ground, right? Wisdom, expertise, 50 years of being in the banking sector at all levels. The point is he urged all of us to look at your agreement, terms of agreement with your bank. Why? Because just in the last 60 days, guess what they've added to all of the major banks? Chase, B of A, Bank of America, WAMU, Washington Mutual, all of them. They've added language to every single client, consumer, customer of that bank, that they have the ability, the bank does, to convert without your acceptance, right? You're accepting their ability to convert every dollar and cent in your account into crypto.
Wow.
They literally are preparing. Yes, sir. And we all are going to we meet again tomorrow for this roundtable, right? Multiple experts, very diverse of age, gender, race, experience, expertise. But we're going to literally, I just printed mine out, bring our most recent terms of agreement, right? This is your contract with your financial institution, your bank. We are going to bring it in person as a local community, and we are going to see it literally in black and white. at the same place, in person, no virtual Zoom shenanigans. We're in person. We talk about it. This is where the rubber hits the wheel, preparing for 2025 under J.D. Waltz and Donald J. Trump. He's already got World Liberty, Mike, and everyone, right? It's basically a crypto holding LLC. The World Liberty has already made, 5,000% profits across the board. Why? Because we are entering a new year, 2025, Mike, and everyone is listening, where regulations and crypto are going to come to the forefront, front and center of this new administration for the next 4 years.
Well, my brain is rocked by what you just said. It was incredible. I was immediately wondering, is that one of the reasons that you are diving for gold in the Atlantic Ocean?
It is. Absolutely it is. It is. And there's another reason why is history repeats itself of when gold was considered illegal to hold, possess, or exchange, right? History repeats itself, and we see another in the next 5 years, just as a general timeline of $100 bills being withdrawn, then $50 bills being withdrawn from general exchange, right? Because banks have always led the pack, right? They're the visionaries joining Mike Hayes and Dr. Sky Houston. Banks are always at the forefront. Why? Because they literally are the movers, the shakers, and at the front of the pack. They survived the recession, the depression, everything, CB19. They not only survived, Mike, they thrived, right? They thrived and ensured that any individual holding or associated with all of those banks, they got bailed out. Billions, if not trillions of dollars, Mike. They were the first to get bailed out by U.S. tax dollars. It's a no-lose situation, folks, the bankers.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Sky. I want to keep this short because I want to use this to create another course in the Great Discovery on an ongoing basis. And as you and I have talked about, we want to create a series of courses using Copilot and having conversations to help evaluate and give a different point of view, almost like a muse, to keep us on track in our thinking and help clarify and communicate in the most clear way that we can to help people. So why don't we wrap this up? I would like to talk to you after we stop this recording, but do you have any final thoughts on this particular recording?
Absolutely. Community and consolidation. We are literally preparing for whatever comes our way. And we do it with community, experts, and knowledge, folks. Get educated, do thy own research.
Well, this is Mike Hayes with AI Food for Thought and Dr. Sky Houston on a day in AI and the future of you and us as we move forward together into the age of AI. So thank you for joining me, Sky.
Thank you very much, Mike. Thank you, everyone, for your time. We truly value you, and we will maximize every single bit and of knowledge and nuggets that as possible together. Thank you, Mike.